right, Chris, we thank you so much. 6:17 now. Got some new details that are making national headlines. Walt Disney Parks and Resorts, they're suing Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and the board he appointed to oversee Disney's special taxing district.
So it's the latest in this back and forth between Disney and DeSantis. And this morning, Republican candidate Nikki Haley is actually weighing in on this. The lawsuit was filed after DeSantis' board voted to nullify an agreement between Disney and the previous board. Disney says that the governor, quote, weaponized his political power to punish the company for exercising its free speech, speech rights. And the company has had control over the land around its Central Florida theme parks. And the February agreement gave them development rights for the next 30 years. DeSantis moved to take away that power after Disney's former CEO criticized a bill that DeSantis signed that bans discussion on sexual orientation and gender identity in kindergarten through third grade. So before DeSantis' oversight board officially took control from Disney, the old board passed measures rendering the new board mostly powerless.
And as this legal battle continues, presidential candidate Nikki Haley is weighing in. In a recent interview, in fact, the former governor of the Palmetto State actually said South Carolina would, quote, happily accept Disney if they wanted to move operations. Yeah, she took to Twitter saying, quote, hey, Disney, my home state would happily accept your 70,000 plus jobs if you want to leave Florida. We've got great weather, great people, and it's always a great day in South Carolina. SC isn't woke, but we're not sanctimonious about it either, end quote. Well, in the interview, she says she would be happy to introduce Disney to the governor and legislature that would welcome them.